Hello, everyone. It is a Friday. Thank goodness for the weekend. And I'm coming to you with just a little bit of closet encouragement. For those of you that are just hearing this for the first time, it is not based on me trying to hide from my kids because I have 3 of them, but it is from the movie The War Room. And if you haven't seen it, you totally need to check it out. It was amazing for me. And so I definitely hope to bring you just a little closet encouragement today. And I am talking about how to keep from quitting. And the last time on my closet encouragement, I talked about how we get in our own way with our thoughts, with our doubts, with just so much that we stop ourselves and turn bitter and get frustrated. And I was just thinking this week about the next step that I've taken and things that I've been focusing on. So instead of looking at how do I get out of my own way, I am looking at how do I keep myself from quitting on what I want, on what those goals are. And I just ask you to, think about what your goals are. And I also prioritize the things that I want to get done, the things that are the priority in my life. What are they? And they can be different for all of us. But for me, my priorities are God, my family, my kids and my husband and my home. So my God, my home, which includes the people in it, keeping it clean, everything. And today it is teaching them, which even with someone with a teaching degree has been a little much to teach 3 at 3 different levels. And then my business. And right now we're at home, and I have tried to be strong through a lot of my closet encouragements that the mental game is on during this time, because that is where we are at. We are at home and there is no turning. There is no running from it. We are here and have to hold ourselves accountable. And so I started thinking about keeping from quitting on what I wanted to accomplish. We always heard big, audacious goals. Yes, my big audacious goals. Taking care of my 3 kids, really great for my standards. Having a great home, building an awesome business to help a lot of people. Those are huge goals. Not very specific, but I'm just telling you, those are the things that I think about. Praying and being better about turning to God for things. Those are my priorities. So I had to always look whenever I went to building my business, especially with 3 kids. And then whenever I was teaching, I had to really focus on decluttering and prioritizing and doing things like that. So I wanted to share with you about that. And looking for ways to keep us from throwing the towel in and going straight to whatever that instant gratification is. Throw the towel in on the house isn't getting clean today. I am going to watch movies tonight. Now that's awesome. And spending time with kids are awesome. Time to slow down, quality time with God. There's so many of those things that are really awesome. But we all know that to accomplish and to go after those things that we don't commonly see people do, that we have to sacrifice something. And I never understood exactly what that looked like. Where was I supposed to sacrifice? What was I supposed to do? And sometimes it wasn't as much about decluttering and getting rid of something as it was working on what I got. So what do I got? Am I decluttering my home? Am I doing things with my kids that I need to be doing with my kids to build wonderful relationships, to help them learn about God? Am I, in my tribe, in the people that I use for my encouragement, to have my back? Do they got my back? Am I spending time also investing in them, and raising them up like they do me? Things like that. It was more about what I already have and utilizing, being efficient, giving back, taking, working on this relationship with everything. So, it looks different for all of us though, but I'm going to tell you what mine are. So if you can relate to this, hopefully the rest of this video will really pay out for you. Will really be some good closet encouragement for you. So I've got 3 kids, 8, 5, and 4. I am teaching them now with the COVID-19. I have a home, a little bit of a big home, not super, small. So it takes a lot to clean it and take care of it. And, so there's 5 of us in here. So you can just imagine how constantly that's never ending. And then a business. And a business that I can work from home, that I can work from my phone in helping people. So it's totally manageable during this quarantine. I've still got life on full and I'm still teaching my 3 kids. But I want, because mental game had to be strong, I got to focus on what I've got in here. I've got to focus on what's going on. So I had to prioritize. I had to tell myself, okay, if it doesn't have to do with God, family, and my business, now the family's really big, because I'm talking about the home and the teaching and everything. If it doesn't have to do with those 3, what am I doing with it anyway? Why am I doing that? And I just, to me, there is that line that, yes, I still have a lot of fun in life. Yes, I'm still making a lot of memories with my family. But my game's got to be strong if I'm wanting to accomplish goals, if I'm wanting to go for it. I'll never forget mamas always talking, just me overhearing moms. And this wasn't before necessarily that I became a parent. Definitely maybe just 1 kid. But I could remember moms telling me about after the kids go to bed, how they stayed up all night to clean their house. And I was like, what? No, I'm not staying up all night to clean my house. No, I don't want to do that. Absolutely not. Now, I don't stay up and clean my house all night, but I do put in nights that I only get a few hours of sleep, but it is to build my dreams. It is to chase after those things that I want to step my game up for. I want to have a wonderful home and I want to take care of my kids, but I want to do good for others. I want to spend time praying and hours of researching or reading or working on myself or, whatever it is. So, clean my house doesn't necessarily take priority. As you can see, my closet's not super organized. But I do take priority on building those dreams and chasing after them because I also want my kids to do that. I want them to chase after their dreams. I don't want them to make excuses or to say that I can't, because I feel like God has given us this life to make the very best of it, to do as much as we can, to influence and impact as many people as we can. So, in today's times, we got to prioritize and we got to manage our time a little bit. And so what do I do every day to keep myself from throwing the towel in and just quitting and hiding in the closet, turning on the TV, giving up and being frustrated? What keeps me from doing that? So I prioritize, I manage, and I plan that stuff out. I might have to have a little bit of structure, and I started off writing it on paper. So I wanted to share with you how I've changed, and maybe you can relate to that. So I started with sticky notes, started with a calendar to write in. I even put up a dry erase board at my house where I would write stuff in. None of that ever worked for me. I wouldn't check it. I wouldn't look at it. I don't know what it was. Like it just wasn't clicking. Jeremy and I even tried sharing a Google Calendar. I mean, we've tried it all. What finally worked for me, I do write stuff down in a notebook. As far as like trying to get thoughts out of my head, I have business notebooks or just my daily notebooks where I want to get it out of my head and get it on paper. But I literally set alarms on my phone telling me things to do, steps that I need to do. Like, I even set them, and if it's not the day for it, I'll see it and I'll turn it on for the day that I need to get it done. I do it for everything. Phone calls, laundry, everything. I set an alarm on my phone, and it's literally labeled with what I need to do. And that has been so impactful, because what I found myself doing was wasting time writing all of these things down of my agenda and then never going back to look at it because I didn't have time to go back and look at it. So how do I get over that hump? How do I efficiently use my time and not waste it writing it down on everything? Instead, I go one notebook, get it all down, and then I just set reminders on my phone. Alarms on my phone. I actually started doing reminders, but see, an alarm pops up right there on that front screen of your phone. So there is like no turning away from it. I got to see exactly what I told myself I would do at this time, what I needed to do today, whatever it was. So I love that. And that may be something that will help you efficiently get through your day. Feel like you accomplish more things. And let me tell you, it does. When I get to the end of the day and I've turned alarms off and I've accomplished them, I'm like, yes. Because how many of us keep our phones? We do so much with our phones. We're teaching our kids. We're running our businesses. We're at home, and this is our lifeline to the world. So we use it for everything. So I put all of my stuff down on my phone alarms, and it just pops up every time. And I accomplish it. Or here's the great thing. I start to do it, and I lose track. I veer off because of the kids, the business, whatever it is. Guess what? It goes off because it's still an alarm set. So it will remind me every 10 minutes to go back to whatever I need to do. I've loved it. It's made so much of a difference for me. So there's other things that I've worked on to make it better in my day-to-day to keep from throwing the towel in. I've learned just like that what works and what don't. But there's also learning yourself and learning like what's your favorite time of the day to get things done. You know, I don't stay up all night cleaning, but I get up like 2 hours before everybody else does. And I pray, I work on things. I'm efficient. I'm not just getting up, but I do get up and enjoy that time. And, you know, I kind of have a set time. I sleep from like midnight to 5:30, but I do it every night. And I have found that I accomplish so much after the kids go to bed, before they get up, but yet I'm still getting a good amount of sleep for me. And it looks different for everyone. So you can't do exactly what I do, but I just want to know, I want you to know that these are just simple things that I think about that helps me run a business and helps me be a mom to my kids and to take care of my home. I've also learned to give God what I can't have control of anyway. If something's going on and I can't do anything about it, then I have to give it to God. I got to pray about it, but give it to Him. You know, if there is some type of drama going on, if there is COVID going on, I got to give it to God. And it's not that I don't want a stance, but there's just things like missing my parents that I can't control, but I can pray to God for Him to give me comfort that I'm ready to see them. But I gotta do this. I gotta do what we're doing right now. And so what I can't control, I gotta give it to Him. Finding a tribe that helps hold you accountable, and they know that you want them to hold you accountable. You know, I have friends that I want them to tell me to be positive and to pray and to go for it and not give up. And they know it and they're there. And are you part of one? Be part of one, because putting those words out there helps you. It helps me every time that I'm talking to one of my friends about being better. I want to be better myself. I have found ways to hold myself accountable. Whether it's the constant alarms or knowing that I need to talk to my friend to, keep me on track, keep me keeping it together. I was trying to think of something else that I had used that was an accountability thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's holding myself accountable pretty much. And then, finding motivators, finding things that will motivate you, finding speakers and investing in yourself. I have a virtual ticket for the Rise conference from Rachel Hollis for Saturday, for tomorrow, May 2nd. And I had to pay for that ticket. I'm going to miss a little bit of it because of things going on, but I'm investing in myself. And that helps me set those goals and go after those goals and have big goals, whether it's with my business or my kids too. I have huge goals with my kids. I want them to know so much. I want them to see the world. There's so many big things, and I'm very grateful and very blessed with what we have. I'm so happy. But being happy and being grateful for what we do have also allows me to see that God's given us so much. Go for it and impact those people and just experience life. So investing in yourself and finding those motivators. I also have learned that I'm maybe not going to sit down and read too much. Open up that book. And I do because I want my kids to see it. But I listen to a lot of books. I have Audible. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers, whether it's Rachel Hollis or Les Brown or, so many. And motivational speakers that are faithful too. There is, I'm wanting to say Tony and Crystal Evans, who does The Kingdom Woman. And that book I'm currently listening to on Audible. And it is so about being the mom and going for things and having the career and taking care of the house and the kids and everything. Those things I've just realized that I either need to have, and then learning what is good for me and what's wasting my time, and how to look and see what those are and utilize those things. And I put a lot of things down on paper, just writing it down and thinking about it. Like, okay, is this time of day the best time for me to do this? Do I wake up a great morning person? What can I do before the kids get up and after they go to bed? That is the best time to do those. So I'm always looking at how these things go and having this structure and this planning for myself to get a lot done. And it doesn't mean I try to structure and plan out my whole life, but it helps me accomplish so much so I can enjoy fun during the day, on the weekends, during the week, whatever it is. But having that structure helps me get through so much. And I think it helps everyone mentally too. Because when you're accomplishing more things, you're proud of yourself. You see the fruit of your labor. So it's a great thing to accomplish that. Don't be discouraged of it because you are someone that may throw the towel in. That's okay. We're all human. But look at what you're doing and shake it up a bit. Find those motivators, find the things, work on the things that you're doing at home, and maybe that'll help you accomplish more and get to those places where you throw the towel in less. And, that's what I had to do. And you just feel so much better about everything, about life, your relationship with God, your family, your business, so many things just really, really have an awesome effect. And, don't be like me. This is the last thing I want to leave you with. Don't be like me. And when you got a little bit of that structure going on and life throws a curveball at you, don't lose it over everything. And I have found that taking away the stuff that I was wasting time on when life does throw me the curveballs, I don't lose it too much. So it's helped me out with that too. But and I think finding the things that you can't control and giving them to God helps you too, because it's taking off all that weight that you have on your shoulders. And it's, it has such freedom for you. There's so many positive things, that I've mentioned. Having the freedom and, feeling proud of yourself and accomplishing things, knowing that you're blessed. So, all of those things just make for such a maybe more sane mama, if you want to say it like that. So just to kind of recap, things that I've learned to help myself work on God, family, and my business. Not finding things that waste my time. Making sure that I'm very intent about things, and that's not the word for it, but very intentional about things. I'm not going to write a calendar. I'm not going to write stuff on a calendar if I'm never going to go back to it. I set alarms on my phone. I'm not going to stay up all night, but I'm going to look at what I can get done before the kids get up and after they go to bed. And, nights that we have, kids that stay up all night or that have rough dreams or restless and things like that, those are rough to get through. But I find that when I've had structure and I'm prepared for the next day, that it helps me get through it a whole lot more. So finding those motivators, those tribes that lift you up and that encourage you, there's so much of that I hope that you can get from this. And if you have questions, reach out to me. We're on Facebook as Beth and Jeremy Wethington. I have a business page. Dreams Unlimited with Beth.life is my website. Dreams Unlimited with Beth is my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. Follow us. Whatever it is, I'd be glad to help you out if I can. And, even if it's just listening to this, I hope you get some good closet encouragement. Maybe to feel like you're not alone. Something, who knows, but I sure know that God has blessed me, and I hope to pass that on. And we love you all, and God bless.